This video is sponsored by Caleb and Brown. They help their clients buy, sell, and swap cryptocurrencies with a 24/7 personal broker service. Sign up today.
Yeah, so let's go over our news articles for today. Yeah, we've got quite a bit. A lot of good Bitcoin news, and then a couple others out there. But let's go over this first one on Bitcoin chases 70,000 as global tension ease and crypto traders long the US election. Now, Bitcoin's price rallies as traders react to the geopolitical and economic uncertainty as the potential outcome of the upcoming U.S. election. Now, look at this little Bitcoin jack guy. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. Just day. So let's go. Now, Bitcoin's price gained 3.2% between October 27th and the 28th, briefly testing the 69,200 level for the first time in a week. Now, although the rally encountered some resistance, Bitcoin bulls believe the conditions for a sustained uptrend are in place, especially given the latest socio-political and economic developments. And what's this chart showing us? This is the U.S. 6-month Treasury yield versus oil. So yeah, oil's down. But to start the week, oil prices declined by over 5.5% on October 28th after the ongoing conflict in the Middle East failed to impact energy production or transportation channels. Now, Israel launched attacks on Iran over the weekend. However, no oil or nuclear facilities were targeted, as reported by CNBC. Now, traders who initially turned to oil as a hedge against Middle Eastern tensions might now explore alternative productive assets as regional uncertainty persists. According to CNBC, Israel and Iran have been engaged in a shadow war for over a year now, though U.S. officials have cautioned Israel against targeting nuclear sites in Iran. Now, will uncertainty benefit Bitcoin's price? I don't know. Inflation remains a key concern that could drive traditional finance investors towards alternative assets. While higher prices may support corporate earnings in the short term, continuous inflation eventually pressure consumers to reduce spending. Now, corporate earnings often reflect past consumer demand, creating a lag effect as companies report results from prior quarters, which may mask the real-time impact of inflation on spending trends. Now, the next U.S. inflation report is due on October 31st, which is Bitcoin's white paper's birthday. Yeah, that's coming up, followed by the Federal Open Market Committee meeting on November 7th. Analysts project a 0.3% increase in the core personal consumption expenditure index for September compared to a 0.1 rise in August. Now, both PCE index and labor market data are among the Fed's preferred indicators for policy decisions. Now, according to Will Stith, bond portfolio manager for Wilmington Trust, I think the FOMC, could debate pausing since they cut by 50 basis points before. Even if most of the market expects additional interest rate cuts, the primary risk currently is conservative Federal Reserve opting to pause rate adjustments to better gauge the risks of overheating the economy. Now, additionally, with the U.S. presidential elections now less than 10 days away, investors tend to be more risk-averse, leaning toward cash and short-term government bonds to mitigate the potential surprises. History has shown that polls can sometimes be off the mark, which keeps everybody on the edge. Now, regardless of which candidate wins, the reduction in uncertainty post-election could prompt inflows into risk-on assets, including Bitcoin. From a sociopolitical perspective, the conditions appear supportive of sustainable Bitcoin rally, though some factors do pose risks, leading traders to potentially hold off on a more significant bullish move. Now, one must also consider that higher than expected inflation, which reduces the odds of further central bank stimulus, highlights Bitcoin's fixed and predictable monetary policy. Additionally, a win by U.S. presidential candidate Kamala Harris might not yield immediate effects on digital assets, though it could indicate a more transparent approach to crypto regulation. Thus, even if Bitcoin doesn't achieve a new all-time high in 2024, and there are reasons to expect that the early 2025 will remain favorable for price appreciation. So they're predicting like the new year will bring it. I don't know. I'm thinking we're going to start seeing these rises like now, leading up to election. We may just see that candle like a. Let's take a look at the chart again. I have that Bitcoin post up here, so let's see. So this is the last day. Let's take a look at the month, or is the year better? Like, okay, the year we see everywhere in the green. No, we won't go to all time. So here's the full chart, and let's take a look at the last cycle. If we can zoom into it, like how did that really go down? There was that was a 5-month period, and then we had a little bit more to the side. Was that really it? And then we had our big dip at the end. Yeah, it looks like it, but it looks like we are pretty much like getting there. We had a little dip with a little momentum over here, and yeah, we could get that like kind of like people always I see charts where they just go, boot, they put that line in there. And it's like, maybe we'll see it. But that was our first news article for you.